What is up, everybody? Welcome into this new video of TechExpress. My name is Steven and I'm going to be showing you how to get started with creating an actual website totally for free with Google Sites. Now, Google Sites is an amazing place to create websites, really easy website, blog, portfolio, projects, team, and we don't have to pay absolutely anything to get started. If you wanted to add a URL, custom URL domain, we can do that. But in my case, I want to stick around with the free version of the sites.google. So I'm going to hit now into Got It. And now in this 2023 year, we have a new version of Google Sites. If you don't like that version, you can always go into the classic site down in here where it says back to classic site of Google. But in my case, I think we can now get started with creating something really great. So whether you want to start totally from scratch or you can use a template gallery is going to be helping you to see how it's going to be looking at the end of the day, your blog. Of course, you just want to change all the elements. You want to change your tools, your information, your photos, videos, whatever. So that's the reason why I love to get started with some templates, because I don't have to start from scratch and I can feel like I have like something much more advanced than from totally start from scratch. Of course, it's totally honest that if you want to start from scratch, but in my case, I want to go and look out for, I don't want to focus into what is the actual template look like. I just want to focus into what's inside the template. For example, the dog walker, I'm going to hit this pod and check it out. What are the elements that appears into this actual website? As you can see, here's the name. This is a image here. Have the about, the titles, and I think it's actually looking great. I can go into pages and there's only one page at a time, so I can always go back and try to look out for another filter, for another template. But in my case, I think it's actually looking really great. So once you click into the actual element that you wanted to edit, for example, let's say that I wanted to change the image. And here what I want to do is to change the actual custom name of my website. So let's just get started with editing your website. So here into my name, let's go with, so instead of choosing this dogged image, I wanted to go into change image and I can go into select. If I choose select, I can look out for a gallery, URL, search your albums in Google Drive. I want to focus into search, and here I want to focus into social media influencers. Just type the keywords that you wanted to see, and as you can see, I have lots and lots of elements. So for example, I think this one is actually like attractive. I hit into select and there we go. So as you can see, it's actually looking great. It's not looking that bad. And here to enter the site name, I wanted to enter my custom site name. So let's go and look out for honest. Here I'm going to add my logo. So here into your logo, I'm going to upload my custom logo. I can use this even as a favicon. The favicon is the image that's going to be appearing into the upper part of your site. So if you think it's actually good to go, just go into the viewer tools, custom domains, analytics, and announcement bar. Everything looks actually great. So announcement bar is going to be appearing to the upper side of the website as a banner. I'm not going to be enabling that at the moment. So I'm going to go into the X mark actually. And there we go. So it's actually not looking that bad, right? So now I'm going to focus down here into the about me. I'm going to go into, let's say, the socials like this. This is like an introduction, of course, of my website. So I have a blogger website of TikTok versus YouTube Shorts. So what I want to do is just to show you how do I do this from Blogger now into Google Sites, and at the end of the day you might see which one fits for you the best. So I select this element. I want to change, of course, the font that was before, so I'll go for something lighter like this, and there we go. So as I am filling more information, I wanted to get started with adding, deleting, customizing, editing elements. For example, let's say that I wanted to add an image and I don't see an image to edit here, so I wanted to do this manually. If I focus into the right part, I have the insert part and I have text, images, embeamed, drive, content blocks, and much more elements. So let's say that I wanted to add like some slides. So for example, here I click there and I have some slide of Google Slides. This is some projects that we have created already into Google Sites. If you don't have anything, you don't have to worry about that. I have the image carousel actually, And here you want to insert at least 2 images. So you want to go into select image, and the process of selecting more and more images is exactly the same. So you go for Google Images. Let's look out for example, TikTok. And here you wanted to look out, for example, this one actually looks great. I want to select this one, and this one as well. So I'm going to go into insert, hit into insert, and there we go. So this carousel, I can move this and make this big enough to fill into my website, my whole page. Now what I do here, what I love to use, speaking about creating blogs, websites, and elements, is to use ChatGPT. So I'm using ChatGPT inside Bing.com because Bing.com has the latest version of ChatGPT in a free way. I didn't have to pay absolutely for anything. So of course this is limited. This is a limited time. You can always ask 20 questions at a time per day, but I think it's actually looking really great if you're just getting started. So I just asked the ChatGPT to tell me about the beginning of TikTok. And here is the answer. TikTok is a popular short-form video sharing app that has taken the world by storm, blah, 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 blah. So if you like this information, what you just need to do is to edit this for yourself as yourself, copy this information and paste this into your website so you can be adding actual original content. So dragging and drop elements from one place into another one is not that hard to do. So what I just did here is to fill as much information as I could using the ChatGPT. So it's actually really great to do it. And even I can add an embedded code. So for example, I can go into TikTok videos, for example. I hit into videos here inside Google. So I can go and insert this code. I go back here into my post. Let's go for Owen's training here. I go with embedded. I paste my embedded code, hit into next, and here's going to be appearing the preview of how it's going to be looking my actual embedded code. So it's not that hard to actually use these elements of these actual Google sites. So I'm going to just click into my element, which is actually this one, and I'm going to make this like a little bit more big enough so I can fit into my actual whole website like this. And you wanted to choose what is the actual web address that you wanted to name here, and I wanted to go into published, and there we go. So after that, I'm going to hit now into view, and here is how it's going to be looking our actual website. So take a look into how it's going to be looking, the elements, the fields, the sources, the videos that I just added. Everything looks really great. And even I can add some Google AdSense here. I can go back here into Google Ads, and here I can go into ads, here into my site. I connect to my own site. The process is actually really simple. If you want to check it out, how do we do this, I'm going to leave you the actual link down below in the description of how we can connect a website from one place into another one. So it's actually really simple. So I think we have now covered the basics. We know now how to get started with the Google Sites. Really great application. So if you want to find out more, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more amazing tools, free tools of Google to start with your branding, your company as an influencer, whatever you want to, the possibilities are endless, guys. So thank you once again for watching the video. I'll see you next time.